Prince Harry and wife Meghan Markle, they've just learned the hardest of lessons, which is, if you start a brawl, do not be surprised if you end up getting punched twice as hard. In fact, South Park has just knocked them out.
Developing right now, growing talk in Hollywood that South Park could be planning a Harry and Meghan sequel. Oh, goodness me. I would be very excited about this.
So today, we're diving into the new South Park episode that did what no tabloid dared, torched Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. This isn't a drill. In the wildest twist since Megxit, South Park turned the quiet mogul into a fire-breathing truth bomb, exposing the royals turned influencers in a cartoon scandal so brutal even Oprah ghosted them. The episode opens not in South Park, but at a cartoon version of the BET Awards. Glitter everywhere. Beyoncé's hologram waves to the crowd. Suddenly, Tyler Perry strolls on stage in a velvet suit, holding a mic labeled, "Holy Shade." He begins calm, polite, humble. But as he tells a story of offering someone a mansion, security, and shelter during their storm, the screen behind him plays a shadow puppet of, you guessed it, Harry and Meghan running from a flaming Buckingham Palace into a Beverly Hills mansion labeled Perry's Palace. Perry doesn't say their names, but South Park doesn't need to.
Yesterday, the clip showed two little kids talking in a classroom about how they're sick to death of hearing about Harry and Meghan.
And you know, it's the embodiment of being famous for nothing. They're kind of like the Kardashians of the royal family, and it's entertaining to watch.
A floating label reads, "This character is absolutely not Meghan Markle." Wink. Perry ends a speech with the now iconic cartoon line. Some folks borrow blessings like they're owed, but forget to pay back. And sometimes, silence ain't noble. It's survival. Cut to the South Park kids watching it live. Cartman shouts, "What?" Tyler Perry just canceled the Royal Grifters on BET. Stan, dude, why is this spicier than the Oscar slap? Kyle, because no one expected Tyler Perry to go nuclear. Cue dramatic sting. Cue Meghan and Harry scrambling for damage control. Back at Casa Sussex, a Beverly Hills mansion resembling a gold-plated yoga retreat, cartoon Meghan storms into the PR war room in a robe that says Silent Starlet. She yells at a team of advisors labeled Narrative Technician and Gaslight Coordinator. "Damage control mode, activate," she shouts. Schedule an emergency podcast, leak a tearful diary entry, and Photoshop me hugging Tyler Perry at the NAACP Awards stat. Meanwhile, cartoon Harry hides behind a curtain whispering, "Is this like worse than the time I dressed up as a Nazi? Or same tier?" Oprah appears as a hologram, projected via FaceTime from an undisclosed meditation dome. She sighs, "I'm staying out of this one, sweetie. I've already used my free trial of royal sympathy."
Material for satire when it comes to these two.
Well, here's the clip from Family Guy.
"That's fine, I'll go it alone, just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry."
Back in town, the South Park elementary kids host a school-wide viewing party of Tyler's speech. PC principal leads a mandatory group discussion called When Wokeness Backfires. Wendy, clutching her feminist notebook, defends Meghan at first. She's a survivor of monarchy abuse. But as more leaks drop, a cartoon assistant tearfully describing Meghan as a vibe tyrant, Netflix pulling funding, and Spotify dropping archetypes too. Now with less authenticity, even Wendy looks stunned. Stan, so they're the villains now? Kyle, plot twist, turns out the crown wasn't the real enemy. It was cloud addiction. Cut to Butters launching a new YouTube series called Royal Receipts, The Meghan Markle Files. In the first episode, he reacts to Perry's speech and cries, "This is better than Bridgerton." Cue musical montage set to a royalty-free version of Royals by Lorde. The Netflix building gets a delivery labeled Return to Sender, Sussex Content Package. Spotify HQ plays a remix of Meghan's podcast over security footage of janitors laughing. A Twitter trend flashes across screens. #BigOprahSilence. Queen Elizabeth's ghost appears in South Park as a cartoon fog whispering, "Told you so." In one particularly brutal scene, Tyler Perry walks past a billboard for Meghan's upcoming documentary titled Power, Purpose, and Pilates. He sighs and quietly erases his name from the special thanks credits. It's town hall night in South Park. Mr. Garrison hosts a segment called How to Spot a Hollywood User in the Wild. Cartman appears in drag as Meghan Markle, a parody version of Meghan, wearing a crown labeled Victim Queen and holding a mug that says Duchess Tears. Kenny plays Prince Harry with a chicken bucket on his head labeled Spare. Together, they pitch fake documentaries like Escape from Crown Island, the Netflix edition, Silenced, again, The Meghan Markle Story, Volume 6-inch, How to Monetize Friendship, and Still Play the Victim. Crowd goes wild. PC principal faints. Wendy Rage quits the show. As the PR backlash swirls, Meghan finally confronts cartoon Tyler Perry in a mansion courtyard, surrounded by flaming lavender candles and a Greek statue of Diana holding a camera. Meghan, dramatically, "How could you betray me like this? After everything I let you do for me." Tyler calmly sips from a mug that says, "Blessed, not blind." "You didn't let me. I offered. And then I watched you turn grace into leverage." Meghan tries to cry, but her tears squirt like a broken water bottle. "You don't know what it's like to be me." "Tyler, you're right. I don't know what it's like to weaponize kindness." He walks away. The camera lingers on his back as he leaves. No mic drop, no music, just silence. And that silence hits harder than any roast. Cut to a parody Forbes-style animation showing Meghan's public approval graph plummeting like a stock chart in a recession. From Duchess to disaster, the fall of Archetypes Incorporated. South Park parodies her next steps. A bootleg, inspirational TikTok channel called it That Girl Sussex. A GoFundMe titled Silence is Expensive. A fragrance line named Victimhood by M. Harry appears in a confessional booth admitting he's now living in Tyler Perry's pool house, but not like last time. Meanwhile, Oprah issues a brief statement via Cartoon Raven. "We wish all our former friends peace and PR stability." The kids gather outside Cartman's house, watching fireworks explode above a flaming Megflix studio sign. Kyle, so what did we learn from all this? Stan, that even fairy tales have expiry dates. Cartman, grinning. Nah, we learned if you're gonna climb the fame ladder, maybe don't stomp on the guy holding it. The camera pans out as Butters posts a new TikTok called Tyler Perry's Revenge, a masterclass. It hits 10 million views before the credits roll. And there you have it. South Park didn't just roast Meghan and Harry. It flambéed their post-royal empire, served it on a silver platter, and let Tyler Perry garnish it with a searing side of truth. No seasoning needed, just facts, betrayal, and a hint of Hollywood shade. What made this episode brilliant wasn't just the jokes. It was the painful accuracy wrapped in crude animation. Behind the fart jokes and talking towels was a mirror. And what it reflected? A royal rebrand unraveling faster than Harry's Netflix contract. Meghan's camp was reportedly in meltdown mode. Her PR squad practically broke their ring lights trying to spin the fallout. Leaks to the media, frantic Instagram DMs to change the narrative, and whispers of defamation, lawsuits danced through the corridors of Archwell like ghosts of canceled deals past. Harry! Sources say he's been pacing the Montecito mansion in socks, clutching a copy of Spare like it's a security blanket. Insiders claim he whispered, "Did South Park really just—" "Yes, Harold. They did. The public? Oh, they've turned. Once divided, now united in meme warfare." Twitter was flooded with hashtags like hashtag Perry said it first and hashtag BigBoneBridget2025. Even former fans are finally asking, was the fairy tale ever real, or just another scripted PR series? And the royals? Buckingham Palace, famously silent on most matters, is said to be sipping tea with a smirk. One insider allegedly said, "We've never commented on cartoons, but this one deserves an Emmy." Because sometimes, it's not the tabloids. It's not the Crown. It's not even the Daily Mail. It's the people you used on your way up, finally saying enough. And leave it to South Park, of all places, to take the loudest, most protected couple in modern royalty and cancel them with construction paper animation and a talking towel. So if you like this breakdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below. Speaking ahead, did South Park go too far? Fire, or did Tyler Perry just say what we've all been thinking? Because in South Park, even royalty can get exiled twice. Once from the palace, and once from the culture. Stay tuned, and watch your inner circle. Because in South Park, Even your fairy godfather might be holding the final receipt.